Alright, welcome back to Dig It Detecting, guys. Welcome also to a spectacular day at the bush. It's still morning, however we're about to lose the last bit of the morning because it's about to turn into lunchtime. We've been going since 7 AM though. We have not had that much success on the gold, just digging a lot of rubbish. And as you'll see, we've opted today for the brand new Goldhawk Coiltek 9-inch mono coil. So a quick reach out to Coiltek with my last coil, having a few issues there with the cable, making off noises and sounding off when it shouldn't. We sent him off to Coiltek and they're going to inspect the lead, but they also sent me out a brand new replacement. So absolutely exceptional service by Coiltek. The Goldhawk 9-inch mono coil on the GPX-6000 today, and it is a killer combination because it really does not miss a thing. So just like this bit of gold here, and we can't see him, he's in rock form, but I'm certain there's a chunk of gold hiding in that. And we also have another stone there to show a little bit later. He's a big stone and he is screaming, and you can actually see the gold hanging out the side. So 2 stones there for us to crush up and see what's inside when we get home. I'm certain both of them are going to have gold, and we found them both with the Coiltek 9-inch Goldhawk coil. As I said, a killer combination on the 6000. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find some more. Rightio, another good sounding signal up on the pile of rocks, pile of tailings that the miners have pulled out. We're standing up on top of a mound at the moment. I didn't say there before too, I've got Andrew with me today, and we did shoot a few videos there this morning, and what I'll do is I'll chop them into the video for a little bit later on, and you'll be able to see that big stone, that big rock coming out with gold in it, and you'll be able to see where me and Andrew had a stop for break for lunch, an early lunch, and you'll be able to see Andrew's gold too. And that's his first gold that he's found in the last couple of weeks, because he's been MIA, he's been too busy to come out detecting. So in the last couple of times he's been out, unfortunately hasn't found anything, but he has today, so he's very happy. Next piece, let's have a look. Alright, well it is gold from what I can see, and that'll be my first bit of visible gold, which is also nice. Where is he? I think that's it. Oh, he's a little ball. It's a ball of gold, Andrew. Is that the gold? I think it is. Yes, it is. It's a ball of gold. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's definitely the bit. So you can see him there hiding in amongst the dirt. He's still very dirty. We'll give him a bit of a clean up. We'll just wipe him over the coil just to make sure it is actually our target. Oh yes, it is. Awesome. We're catching up to Andrew, and as I said, we've got some big stones there to crush up, and I'll run those clips next so you can have a look. And I explained a little bit about this gully and what's actually been happening here, and why there is a lava flow and river flow, ancient riverbed up on top of this hill. It sort of doesn't make sense, but if you imagine or use your imagination and picture what used to be, well, it does make sense. So bingo, first bit of visible gold. Let's put him in the container. Let's keep on cracking. Well, 2 steps forward from that last dig, and guess what? The Coiltek 9-inch coil has sniffed out another target. God, it's good. He sounds nice and loud now, but I've already pulled all this tailings pile back and then some. So we've still got to pull more back. So look, he was a bit of a soft target to begin with. Look at that. The coil's picking up the pick just from there. I don't even have my sensitivity that high. It's an incredible sensitive little coil. And I will say too, all this ground that I'm currently working, I've already worked it. I've already worked it with the 11-inch coil. And I've found a lot of gold, but here we are. Oop, nearly lost the detector. Here we are finding more. It's just an exceptional combination. Like I said there before, the 6-inch coil on the Equinox, it is an absolute game changer. You know, you can go to sites with the 11-inch standard coil on the Equinox 800, 900, coin relic hunting. You can find a lot of coins and a lot of relics and a lot of cool stuff. But then you go back there with a little 10x5 Coiltek coil, or even a little 6-inch round, a Minelab coil, and you will just get that much more. It's just look, some coils on some machines, they're just a perfect combo. And that's how I feel about the Coiltek coil here on the 6000. Let's grab this target out. Let's see if it's another bit of gold. Alright, it was not another bit of gold. It's another bit of lead. Part and parcel of being out in the gold fields digging for gold. But look, that is exceptional because that's an old bit of lead. He was deep down, and the Coiltek coil had no worries about sniffing him out, whereas all the other coils are running over this hill, and I mean it, I've really done this area very, very thoroughly. Well, they all missed that target, and they missed the other 2 bits of gold that we found. So let's keep going. As I said, I love that Coiltek coil. See what else I can find. Rightio, well, I'm going to explain a little bit of this area before we dig that next target out, and just help you imagine what's going on here and paint that picture for anybody that's wondering, why is all these shafts up on top of a hill? As you can see, the hill shoots off down that way, and same thing off that way. So we're right on the top cap of a hill right now, and as you can see, the miners have just chased it and chased it until it's tailed off. So what were they chasing? Quite obviously gold, but why were they chasing it on top of a mountain hill? Why would there be gold on top of a mountain hill? Well, that's sort of, let's have a look around. There's one right there. It sort of paints the picture when you start looking around at the rocks that are on the ground up top of this hill. And they didn't get brought up here by the miners. They've been pulled out of the old ancient riverbed and been thrown to the surface. And that's what we're seeing here today. And these ancient river rocks, they would have been water-worn over hundreds of thousands, millions of years in the bottom of an ancient alluvial riverbed. And the bigger the stones, the better. It shows like large boulders in the ancient riverbed where a build-up of gold may have been, or the large boulders may have been. But the point of all this being is, once upon a time, this was a creek bed. So this was an ancient alluvial flowing creek bed. And you can imagine the hills towering up each side of us, and we would have actually been in the bottom of a gully right now, not on top of a hill, what we're standing on hundreds of millions of years later. So hence why we've got ancient alluvial river rocks, because they come out of the ancient alluvial riverbed that was here. Now what happened in later years, and millions of years later after the gold was deposited, was volcano eruptions. And the volcanoes north of here flowed down south, and they flowed over with all the basalt lava flow on top of the ancient alluvial riverbed, and it would have buried it, it would have covered it. So what you're seeing here, and when we get up there a little bit further, I'll show you exactly what the miners were doing, and just exactly how this all plays into field with this area. But what they were doing was they were tunneling under the basalt to get to that alluvial wash, and that's exactly what they've done here. It's a bit of an example here. Look, there's an ancient river rock, rounded rock, sitting out of the sidewall. Bit of a good example here though. There's some of the basalt flow, and it's mixed in with the river rock there, but there's some of the basalt flow coming over the top. And a really good example is a rock that I just seen around the back of this tree here, and we're going to get over and dig this target out. All basalt that the miners have brought up and broken up, and that would have flowed over the top of the ancient alluvial riverbed. Remember, gravity takes place, especially with liquids, and as soon as the volcanoes erupted, well, straight away it all got covered in basalt. So you can really see it there. And also rounded river rocks. I was looking at one there a second ago. I've thrown him down on the ground now and I've lost him. But you get the rounded river rocks. They're perfectly rounded stones such as this, but they've got that dark volcanic staining on top of them. So you can see that they've come out of the riverbed, but they've then later had lava flow over the top and stained them. Very interesting. So let's give you a listen to this one, because he sounds good, and this is what the miners were chasing, as I said. They're pulling out all that basalt and getting all the rich gold out of it. And would have had to break a lot of it up, but they certainly wouldn't have been able to break it all up and know that there was gold in every bit. Like, how do you know that there wasn't a bit of gold in that? You really don't, unless you just smash it all up. They broke a lot of it up, but not all of it. And oh, it's a bit loud. I found a lot of gold in this rock though. This may not be it, but good example of what's going on in this mining area, what they were chasing, what they were attacking, and how they were attacking it. Indicators there, quartz stones, once again mixed right in with that basalt. It's just a conglomerate mix. Alright, he's out. This is going to be a mighty big bit of gold if it's gold. Is it? Maybe not. Alright, we'll Gonna have two hands. We're gonna come back for this one and work out what he is. Rightio, well, just as I suspected, we've got a bit of gold in this rock, I believe, because have a listen to this. Now, that's not a hot rock. That is a screamer rock. It's a big guy. I'm just trying to see if I can see any gold in it, because, oh, I think I can actually. What did I just see then? Because the miners, that's the thing, if the miners didn't bust it open, I can see gold. If the miners didn't bust it open and they literally did not check every single stone, well, or if they didn't see gold hanging out like I'm seeing right now, I'm certain that's gold. Well, they wouldn't touch it any further. They'd just throw it to the side and keep going. And that's what you're seeing here with all these big boulders, and every one of them could contain gold. Is that gold? Yeah, it is. Look at the end of my thumb there. That's got to be gold. And let's have a listen to him on that side, because that was the screamer side from memory. So we'll go to the back side. The gold's got on this side, so go to the back side. Softer. Now we'll turn him around to the gold side. Ready? Should be louder. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely gold. Awesome. Our third bit of gold with the 9-inch mono Coiltek coil. As I said, it does not miss a thing, even when it's embedded in the rock. I can't wait to get home and crush him now. That's just awesome. Let's keep going.
I'd say there's a decent sized chunk of gold in there.
I would say it's a decent nugget.
I would say 0.43.
I will say 0.42. I don't know, just to be different. And you know actually what? I reckon there's going to be multiple nuggets inside this.
Could be.
I reckon there's going to be a 10 ouncer. Yeah, I reckon it's 10 ouncer hiding in there, Andrew.
10 ouncer?
Yep.
10 in 10 grams?
No, 10 ounces.
Okay.
I know what I'm talking about.
Doesn't even weigh 10 ounces.
Excuse me. Actually, you're the human scales. How much does the rock weigh?
Thanks.
It would be 10 ounces.
It probably would be.
Yeah. It's all gold too.
Yeah, well.
All. Righto, show us your stones. Show us your rocks. And I'm going to put this one down here. And don't you don't you steal it, will ya? It's next to my bag, so I claim rights to it. Oh, nice.
Yeah, two nice little bits.
Look at that. That's like a perfect ball of gold, Andrew.
And they're all on that side of the motorbike track.
Yeah, right.
Not even in the diggings at all.
Up on the hill.
I didn't even expect them to be gold.
There you go. Maybe I need to get up there.
Yeah,
because I walked over through the side there the other day and I was up on top of the hill and I snagged 2 bits of gold.
Yeah, that's where I started up going up that side and got a couple of real loud ones and I'm not digging them. 2 early in the morning digging those.
You walked away from an ouncer.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We'll have some lunch and we'll get back to it. Rightio, so we're standing about halfway through these diggings right now. Remember the diggings that were up on top of the hill? We're still there. Where we found that big rock with gold was back over that way though. We've come a couple of 100 metres this way and just wanted to show you something, and it really helps paint that picture of what I was saying there before. This being the old ancient riverbed up on here. And the miners knew that. They attacked it all and dug it all out for this river wash and got the gold out. Now, the only problem with that was they had the basalt to contend with. Remember I said this was an old ancient alluvial riverbed, and there would have been mountains towering each side of this mountain that we're on now. So it's hard to imagine, I know, but imagine that what is now the top once was the bottom, and what is the bottom was once the top. I know it's hard to understand, and just paint that picture in your head though, that we are down the bottom of an old ancient river valley, an old ancient creek, and everything else around us is weathered away and gone. So it doesn't make sense now to be up on top of a hill saying that it's a creek line, but it once upon a time it was. And we can really see that here with a great example of these ancient river alluvial wash stones, the quartz stones, being all rounded, embedded into this wall. Now this is all basalt, once again, as I said. The lava flows took over and there was a big volcano, or a series of volcanoes north of here, and as the volcano activity erupted and all the lava flowed this way south, it would have flowed down through all the channels and rivers and bearing all these old ancient riverbeds, and the riverbeds that contain gold in them. So the miners chased all of it. Obviously was not rich enough right here for them to take it out further, but you can see they've really chopped it out. They've chopped out this big bow into this wall, because it was obviously rich enough to do so. But you can still see there the rounded stones. Like, how does he get rounded where I've just pulled him out of the wall there? He's been sitting there for ions and ions, decades and decades, millions and millions of years, I should say. So look, how does he get rounded like that? Because once upon a time he was part of an old ancient river system, and he would have been sitting there on the bottom of a river with all the water and stones and other material passing over the top. And then once the lava flow come, the lava flow has buried it all and encased it into that basalt. And you can really see it over here too. Once again, it probably was not rich enough for the miners to worry about pitting out and taking any further, but we've got a bit of slate and sandstone mixed over in this lot too, with the basalt sitting up on top. And you can really see what the basalt is, just due to its nature. It's real fine texture that it's got, and that's the lava. So very, very interesting. Very interesting. Look, I'm really learning more, and I hope you guys are too. Like, the more I learn and the more I can preach and show and share, the more I can hopefully teach you guys out there as well. Fascinating thing right here too, the old pick marks from the miner as he struck down on the side of this wall, trying to get out more material, more pay dirt. Once again here, pick marks. Fascinating, and you'll see them all through caves and adits and that. I mean, it's not very uncommon to see, but I just love seeing it. All the old pick marks as he's scraped his way down through here. So very interesting. And as I said, it was not rich enough from continue chasing the stone or the river wash in amongst that basalt stone. They've only just taken out what was rich, crushed it and moved on. Fascinating. I hope that made sense. It's time for a break now, and then we're going to get back into it. Rightio guys, well, change of plans there. Andrew and I went off on a bit of a gumby for the afternoon, so we did not do any more filming. We did not find any more gold. We went and checked out a new area though, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I did a bit of flying with Felix, and I crashed into a tree, and I think I've broke the camera. The camera's all a bit scar-whiff. I'll show that footage at the end of this video. I'll tag it on the end, and you'll even be able to see the tree that I hit. I hit it pretty hard. So what we're going to do is crush up our rocks. We've got some gold in that one. We've got some big gold in that one. Here's hoping. I'm certain it's going to have gold in both, but sometimes you can just never be quite sure. Sometimes they can be hot rocks. Andrew's rushing me. This is a 30 ouncer, mate. Not really. It's only going to be a small nugget, this one. There he is, right there. See him straight away. Can you see that?
Yep.
Nice little nugget with a bit of ironstone still attached on the back. So we'll just give him a little bit of a chip just to get that off. And Andrew is good at manifesting gold. He might break open the rest, and I'll just see if there's any more left in there, which I sort of doubt. We'll put him off to the side. That's our first little nugget. And this one was the most interesting one. I've actually been itching to get home and crush this one up, because we did see gold in it there. Once I can find it. Where were we? There. So I'll zoom you right in, give you a look at what I'm seeing before I actually crack it out.
Nothing else, mate.
Nothing else?
No.
That's all right, because we've got at least 10 ounces of gold in this one, Andrew. So we don't need any more in that one. Can you see it?
There's that little bit there.
That little bit there. There's 10 ounces there. He's just poking his neck out to see you. So well, he's not going to fit in the dolly pot either. So I think we've got a little bit in there too. Oh, yes it will. Andrew made it to size. So let's go for this one. Oh, that's a hard rock.
That's a hard rock.
It's kind of, let's just do it out here. We'll try and decrease. That's a hard rock, Andrew. Wow. We'll try and decrease the size. There we go. Ready to see the big gold nugget? Oh, some pretty funky material, isn't it? Where was the gold? Can you still see it? There.
Yeah.
I've got it in my hand.
I got it in my hand.
No, I've got it in my hand.
You can't have it. I got it right here.
But I've got it right here.
I got it here, mate.
I've got it here. Do you want to bloody fight about this?
Well, I'll just take this piece home.
Fine, I'll take this piece home. Wait, I'm already home. There we go.
Piece in that one as well.
So, yeah, look, there's going to be lots of gold in this. It's going to be a real chunky monkey, a piece full of gold. Because you can see that other bit there mixed in with the basalt, the quartz, All a nice mixture, the conglomerate mixture. And what we said there before, we had the old ancient riverbed going through and then the lava flowed over the top. So this is a bit of gold that's been flowed over with lava. Let's manifest some more gold out of that one for me, Andrew. Okay. Let's smash this one up because you're going for the crusher then, weren't you? Oh, that is... Wow. I don't even think I made a dent on that. Oh, there's a little bit of gold. Look at that.
Yeah, one little piece.
Flying out the side. We're going to get a lot of gold out of this. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to crush him up because I can't really get a good swing off that. So 2 hands, crush him up. And we're going to come back with all our gold and these 2 stones crushed up and we'll give you a look. All right, well that's Andrew's stone there in front of us. All crushed up. You can't have the gold, Andrew. It's my stone.
You can have the stone.
No, I want the yellow stone.
Oh, you want the yellow material?
Yeah, the good stuff that comes out of it. And we've still got the other half of it there with the gold hanging out the side. But there is going to be gold in this one. There's a little bit. The tiniest bit. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, it's small.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep looking. I think we need to crush up a little bit more. And some of this material, it may even pay to pan it off because panning, obviously, you're going to get all the gold out and you're going to be able to see it a lot easier. But for now, what we'll do is we'll pick up the big stones, we'll let Andrew look around and we'll crush up, keep crushing them up some more. Rightio, well, you can see the pile of dirt up the back there. That is the first stone. We're dubbing it Andrew's stone. And Andrew's stone did not really produce all that well. It did, but only very, very small nuggets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that I can count. 9 little ones, and the one off the side here, that was out of the first stone, so we can't count him. Andrew's getting that keen too. He wants to do the way up of his gold. We still need to crush this other stone as well. We'll throw Andrew's on first. What do you got, 007?
0.1.
You're going over 007.
Oh, 0.24.
0.24. With your ball of gold, Andrew.
A ball.
It's a ball of gold. Righto, take your 0.24 off. We don't even have that there on the scales yet. Let's crush up this next rock and let's see what we get. Alright, well as you can see, we've made a mess on the shed floor. We've got our pile of tailings off to the side and that was all the crushed rock we got the gold out of. Now it was a big stone to begin with. We crushed him into 2 and we broke it all up. And what we did there for the first stone, the first half of the stone, Andrew's stone I dubbed it, we got about 10 odd little bits, and the very, very little stone that we crushed up to begin with, well, that was where that bigger bit come from. So the other half of the stone though, it was in the pan and it's also on the ground. So we've got about 12 bits in the pan there. And as you can see, doing a shocking job at camera work. But another, what, 2, 3, look, 8, 9 bits there, all still stuck in the stone. So what we're going to do, I just wanted to show you those there, but we are going to obviously bust them out as well. But look, all those little bits there, they're going to add up. And probably not to Andrew's 4.3. You never know.
I'll have to throw my chunk on there as well.
You might have to. Well, this, look at this one, mate. He is what's probably giving the best signal. That's probably about a 0.1, 0.2 there, I reckon. That's quite a big chunk of gold. So we're going to crush all these up, long story short. We're going to tip out what's in the pan and we're going to tear it off and weigh it all up. What do you reckon about that one? The stonker.
That's the last little piece to come out.
No, that was just another bit. But we did get, we got quite a big bit come out there, the last bit. And it was funny because I wasn't going to crush anymore. I was going to pan it all off. I said to Andrew, I better crush a little bit more. And that's what come out. So it just goes to show, even though some of that finer material left, I mean, I'll still crush that up right to a dust, right to a powder, and then it'll go through the pan. And I guarantee we're going to get more gold out of there. It may not be big, but we will get more gold out of there. So last thing to do now, as I said, just crush up all these stones, get out all the gold, and then we'll put it on the scales.
It's a chunker.
It's a chunker. What a monster. Let's keep going. It's weighing time, Andrew. Look how many bits of gold we got there, fella. So that is a combined effort of that one rock, the big rock that we brought out. And there's there's a couple of nice chunks in there.
Yeah, a couple of nice bits.
Especially the one at the back there. Now, this is the detected gold, the only detected gold for today. Jeez, I was lacking, wasn't I?
A little bit.
And the other little bit of gold that come out of that first stone that we broke up right in the center of the screen. So we've got about, look, how many bits did you get today, Andrew?
I got 2.
I got about 52.
Yeah.
But guess what?
They're not going to weigh much. I might beat you in weight.
Yeah, I think you might have me in weight.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, look, you probably won't actually.
No, not at all.
Let's be fair. That actually had more.
2 will beat me on its own.
I don't know. 007 was looking pretty close then. So 1-1 for those. Now let's tip on all the rock gold. Rock on. Oh, it's a lot. Oh wow. Wow.
Half a gram.
0.61.
6-1 is it?
That's 6-1.
Oh, that's all right.
What did you say?
4-3.
I said 4-2.
Oh, miles out.
I didn't think I was ever going to get close to 4-3. I thought you were crazy suggesting 4.3, Andrew. 6-1.
Very good.
Gee, it's so tricky gold, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that one big nugget.
Well, there we go. Take the big nugget out. You're down to 0.40.
Yeah, 4-0.
Big nugget in. 6.2.
Yeah.
0.62.
Well,
So
that's all right.
he's about a 0.20 or over a 0.20 himself.
That's all right for the day.
So that nugget would have been the one sounding off, giving the most noise
So
in
you
that
got
big
6
rock.
there.
6.1.
6-1.
Yep.
And I got 2-4.
Yep.
So that's 8. 8-5.
Yep.
Yeah, 8-5.
6124,
Yeah,
85.
8-5. Not
Yeah.
bad for the day.
0.85. So
It's not too bad.
3/4 of a gram. And that nugget there, I was going to say, just alone, that nugget there is worth about 25-30 bucks. And he would have been the one sounding off in the rock, no doubt.
Right.
However, with all those other little bits of gold mixed in as well, well, they would have combined together. And
6.1. No wonder it's screamed.
yeah, well, made it sound so loud on the detector.
Yeah,
So
very loud.
yeah, all those bits of gold combined, all their powers combined,
Yeah.
made it sound loud and awesome. And that's why we brought him home. The Power Rangers, Power Ranger Gold. So look, I hope you enjoyed today, guys. It was a bit of a jumbled video, and I apologise for that because we did shoot an intro at the car early morning, 7 o'clock. We had Felix follow us off into the bush early morning, 7 o'clock, down the hill, up the hill, and then for the next probably 3 hours, it just didn't eventuate for me. Andrew got on the gold, I didn't, and every clip that I shot just didn't seem to work out. I was mumbling my words. Everything I dug was rubbish. It just didn't work out. You have those days. So thankfully in the end though, it come good. But look, this was a bit of a mixed and jumbled video. So yeah, just a bit hard to watch probably. And I don't like to do that. And I know filming it today, I know when I go into editing this later, it'll be just a little bit of a mixed and jumbled video. However, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learnt something as we showed you the gully and the top of the hill and the workings where we were digging around finding all this gold. And I look forward to seeing you on the next time when we get back there for a little bit more rock gold. Rock on. We'll see you then.